In Mark 14, we read of a story of a woman who anoints Jesus. The oil which the woman used was no ordinary pot of oil, since it was worth a year's salary. After she poured the oil on Jesus' head, some people gathered at the feast criticized why the woman would have wasted such costly oil. Jesus turned them away and explained that she had indeed done a good work. He said, "Let her alone. Why trouble ye her? She hath wrought a good work on me. For ye have the poor with you always, and whensoever ye will, ye may do them good. But me ye have not always." She had done what she could. She did what she could despite the cost and despite the criticism. This devotional was given to our teen class one Sunday morning and really got our Sunday school teacher thinking about doing what we can for God. Our teacher, Peter Burrell, spends hours of his days running in between his flights as a pilot. During one of these runs, he felt God leading him to pursue a unique endeavor. Along with other runners in our church, we plan to train the entire year and enter an 8-person team in a 100-mile relay race in May of 2011.
It takes approximately 16 hours for 8 people to run 100 miles. Just picture us running from sun up till well past sundown. Yes, it sounds crazy, but like the woman in the Bible, we plan to run despite the criticism. We'd like to encourage you to pray and consider supporting us financially. Our goal is to use this race to raise funds for the work of missions. Running 100 miles is no small feat, and we'll be training extensively for the entire year. We're not looking for you to run alongside us physically. However, we'd love for you to join us in prayer and consider contributing $100 to this cause. That's only $1 per mile that we plan to run. If you want to break it down even further, it's only approximately $2 a week for the entire year. We're willing to work hard all year for this mission, and we hope that you'll be excited to join us.
After prayerful consideration, we have chosen to partner with Manna Worldwide and send our funds through them to a nutritional center and school in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Manna Worldwide is a ministry of missionaries working together to start new churches, orphanages, and centers to feed poor children. Each of these centers is started with a new church or placed with an existing church in an effort to reach the lost for Christ and to meet the physical needs of these children. The Word of God is taught daily to the children. Our desire is not only to reach them for Christ, but also their parents and community as well. In many third world countries today, there is an ongoing struggle for the hearts and minds of these children. Other religious groups, including many Muslims, are using similar means to propagate their ideology, but we use these means to teach the gospel of peace. Our desire is to see an army of young believers grow physically and spiritually so that they may be the next generation of bold Christian witnesses turning their country to the Lord. There are still many regions around the world that do not allow traditional missionaries into their countries. In several of these same areas, the Lord has allowed Manna Worldwide to establish a relationship with these governments. When they see our desire to help their needy children, they allow us to establish a feeding center and a church. Working with missionaries around the world, Manna Worldwide has been able to establish new churches, feeding centers, and orphanages. You can make a difference, one child at a time. Through your church, you can give as little as $20 a month to sponsor a child. This will help them spiritually by assisting in starting new churches, meet their physical needs by feeding them, and in many cases, providing an education to enable them to break the cycle of poverty. Let God use you to make a difference.
Soon we'll come to the end of life's journey, and perhaps we'll never meet anymore, till we gather in heaven's bright city, far away on that beautiful shore. If we never meet again this side of heaven, as we struggle through this world and its strife, there's another meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the beautiful river of life, where the charming roses bloom forever, and separations come no more. If we never meet again this side of heaven, I will meet you on that beautiful shore.